Alpha, Beta, Delta, Gamma, Omega, and Sigma. 6 male personality types according to the socio-sexual hierarchy, which can prove to be surprisingly accurate. In this video, we're going to cover everything you need to know about each one. Their major traits, tendencies, what motivates them, how to deal with them, and how to know which type you are. If you're a male watching this, you'd care because you need to align your major character attributes with your male personality type if you want to succeed in life. And if you're female, finding out your partner's personality type and understanding it will make you deal with him so much better. Let's get into it. But first, you should know that in this video, we're referring to the perfect models who are 100% of one personality archetype, which is quite unrealistic. The vast majority of men fall somewhere in the middle on this spectrum. You could be 70%, Alpha 30%, Sigma, or 60%, Beta 40%, Alpha, or whatever. And even that can change over time if the circumstances of your life drive you to become a certain way. Or if you simply want to become a certain archetype, and you work on it. Number 1, let's start with Alphas. They sit at the top of the hierarchy, and they certainly score well with the ladies. No male is born to be Alpha. Instead, they work hard to accumulate power, whether it's physical, social, or financial power, and then assert their dominance. Alphas are aggressive, loud, and opinionated. They want to come across as well-informed and aware. They see ignorance as a weakness. You'll always find them talking about their achievements, or trying to steer the conversation to a topic, their competence. And they like to wear expensive clothes, look fresh, and listen to trending music so they appear cool or on top of everything. Alphas draw their strength from their investment in the social hierarchy. They exert a lot of time and effort gathering followers and supporters, building a tribe. This could be family, friends, a business, or any group of people they can lead. They constantly provide for their tribes and would sacrifice almost anything for them. And they reap the benefit of this in love and support from this tribe. This is the primary defining characteristic of alpha males, their tribe. Think about it. If there's no pack, there's no alpha of the pack. An alpha is way less powerful and dominant if you take away his tribe. Alphas tend to be more extroverted in general. Their worst punishment would be solitary confinement, as they constantly seek the company of people to refill their energy. Number 2, Betas. It's extremely important to understand that beta doesn't mean that alphas and betas coexist across multiple species, and each has their unique strengths and weaknesses. Social media, movies, and even other YouTube videos are painting a picture of the beta as weak and incompetent, but that's completely misleading and inaccurate. Betas are free. Only they'd respect others in hopes of gaining their approval. They're not interested in challenges or competitions. They keep themselves safe by not stepping on anyone's toes and not putting themselves in danger. They're often reserved and quiet, which leads most people to believe betas are shy. But the truth is, they just don't express their opinions that much. Betas have no interest in asserting dominance. They usually find an alpha's tribe to be a part of and occupy a role directly below an alpha. They earn his trust and ensure that his rules are being followed throughout the hierarchy. They pull their strengths from being the alpha's right-hand man. They think leadership is too much responsibility and work for them. And they respect alphas for doing it and strive to get close to them and help them. One of their biggest strengths is their loyalty. They're devout partners and hard-working employees, and they can become wealthy through skilled labor and devotion to the business with women. Number 3, Deltas. The most common personality archetype among the 6, they're like betas in many ways, but with one key difference. They don't try to appeal to alphas to earn their trust to climb the ranks of society. They just do their jobs and go home. These are the factory workers and team members, the desk clerks and customer service reps. Collectively, they represent the majority of the workforce. Unlike betas will like the alpha no matter what delta is, assess his ability to lead. If he's a good leader and he provides them with prosperous conditions, they will admire and respect him. But if he's a bad one, they will relentlessly judge him for it and possibly protest. A healthy relationship between the alpha and the deltas is essential for the success of any hierarchy. The most fascinating aspect about deltas is that they're the most flexible archetype to climb or descend the ranks of society. They can be wealthy and respected through skilled labor, but they can also be at the very bottom of society. Deltas have a very similar approach with women to that of betas. They attract devout partners and are likely to be in 1 or 2 very long-term relationships throughout their lives. Number 4. Gammas. They're characterized by excessive intelligence and obsession over a certain topic. And they put a lot of time into emphasis on their hobbies. So the best chess player in the world, the esports legend, and the most celebrated writers are all probably Gamma. They're kind and empathetic, and they have deep notions about life and love. Almost all Gammas go through either one of those 2 scenarios. They will either embrace their romantic and artistic tendencies and excel at whatever hobby they seem to like, or they will deny their true nature and suffer from delusions of grandeur, believing that they are supposed to be at the top of the hierarchy instead of the alphas. But the hierarchy is too stupid to realize it. This is a rather difficult spiral to come out of, because they're extremely intelligent, and they can conjure up evidence to support their delusions. Gammas are the expressive painters, poets, and artists of society, and they can be admired and respected for this, but they can also be at the very bottom of the hierarchy, becoming resentful towards the leaders and followers alike, and being a negative and almost intolerable character. As for their approach to the other gender, they believe that the depth and sincerity of their love should be enough for women to be attracted to them. However, they end up putting the ladies on a pedestal and coming across as too easy. They attract females who are highly emotional and romantic, and who don't care that much about social status as long as their partners are providing them with oceans of love and attention. Number 5. Omega. They're the awkward guys who neither like or are liked by society. They're socially inept, and they find it impossible to fit in or be liked by almost any group of people. They're the hippies and outcasts who live far and away from people, creating little communities with weird habits and values, and they struggle to fit even with themselves. However, Omegas can also be some of the most dangerous men. Some Omegas get so frustrated with a society that they don't only decide to abandon it, but also take out this frustration on it, committing acts of vandalism or even crime. Unfortunately, Omegas don't score that well with the ladies either. They come across as awkward and off-putting, and the vast majority of women wouldn't like to associate with them in any way. If you feel like an Omega, don't worry, you've probably had a tough childhood or neglecting parents. It's not your fault. And like I said at the beginning of the video, people change archetypes all the time if they're simply willing to make the effort. First, you need to abandon the false belief that you have no hope in life, and start learning things and gaining wisdom. Find areas you can acquire leverage with, like improving physical appearance by dieting and exercising, or accumulating wealth through hard and smart work. Number 6. Sigma. Sigma is occupying a top spot in the socio-sexual hierarchy right next to alphas, but they're outside the hierarchy by their own choice. They go against the herd and make their own paths. This is because they deliberately teach themselves that societal norms are there to be broken, so the police no value at all on external validation. And instead, all their decisions come from within and all their actions aligned with their goals, regardless of what anyone thinks. For example, you may find that the vast majority of male college dropouts are the Sigma personality type. They give up companionship in order to achieve their goals. This doesn't come from an antisocial mentality or introvertism, but the fact that they're hyper-aware that companionship comes with responsibilities, which might slow them down. Their ideal life would be to travel the world and exercise their freedom without being tied to a relationship or society altogether. Unlike alphas who are allowed aggressive and competitive because they want to assert their dominance. Sigmas are self-sufficient and silently confident. They know they're good, they just have no interest in proving it to anyone. For those reasons, Sigmas are extremely attractive to females. They give off mysterious and unattainable vibes which drive the ladies crazy. And they're often smart and successful, making them irresistible to most women. Also, because of the fact that Sigma males will leave if they lose interest, as they don't mind being alone. Women always try to keep it interesting for them by suggesting new and bold things in bed, making the Sigma male's bedroom the most active and steamy one out of all the 6 types. Thanks for watching.